Y'all know we never rest. Y'all know. You're listening to HBCU Corner with the Urban Sports Team. I'm Wole, and I'm joined with my guy, Ray Jeezy. HBCU Corner is also part of Black Sports Insiders. What's going on, Ray?
I'm laughing at you with the winter hat, bro. It's a warmer day. You can let the ball head loose, my brother.
I'm always cold, man. I'm always cold. I like to do the odds out of VC.
Oh, you trying to rock it to TI now?
I don't know about the old school joint.
Try to lean it, try to make it look cool. It's still cold. Don't get it twisted, but it's not as cold as it has been. So
you still got to wear the hat. It's cold. It's always cold, bro. It's cold.
You see,
it's cold. Don't try to take away the cold from me, bro.
You already know what we doing over here.
Look, and I'm bald too. That's why I usually even cold, because I don't got the hair to protect me like I used to when I was younger.
Rock a beanie, rock a beanie, man. Make it look cool.
Rock a beanie. This is the look, bro. What you talking about? You tripping?
I'm just saying. It's all good though. It's always a blessing to be on with you, my guy, especially to talk HBCU. So I don't want to keep the people waiting.
It's all you know. Anyway, you can check us out on our website, which is www.urbansportsing.com. But before we introduce our dope guest, let's handle some logistics. Subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. You just search the Urban Sports Scene.
Also, if you're watching us live on YouTube, I know Wole just used your part, but hey, check us out now. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, hit us up on X at Urban Sports Scene. TikTok, if you still got TikTok, hit us up on TikTok at Urban Sports Scene, IG at Urban Sports Scene, and search our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. Also, join our Urban Sports Scene Facebook group. Just search sports bloggers, sports podcasters, and sports debates. Wole.
Oh, please look at you doing God's work for me. I appreciate you, dog. Right now, we have Virginia State's women's basketball coach, Nadine Domond. Let me put her in right now, because I gotta set this up all in one motion.
Hey, Coach, we are live.
Let's go. We live. What is go? Hold on, I gotta make sure she got the right time. There we go. Now we good. What's going on, Coach?
Well, thank you so much. What's going on? Thank you guys for having me. Super, super humble. Thanks for having me, Ray. I love the fact that the work that you're doing. So I'm humbled and just want to say thank you. Thank you for having me, for real.
Oh, thank you for being on. We got one of the better coaches in college basketball. Forget just women's basketball. Forget HBCU basketball. One of the better coaches in college basketball, period. So thank you.
Let's go.
Oh, well, thank you. I humble, trying to get better every day. I've been taught by the best. So thank you.
So folks, since you're new to HBCU Corner, our little thing is we're in the homecoming. Like, we at HBCU. We love homecomings. So, and we all know the CIAA is always lit. The tournament is lit. So I'm gonna ask you to compare for you, what's better, a VSU homecoming or a CIAA tournament festivities? What's better within those festivities? Which was the better one?
It depends what you're looking for.
What does that mean?
I know.
I've been to Grambling homecoming, HU homecoming, VCU homecoming, and then you got CIAA. So it's two different things, right? Mm-hmm. So when I think about CIAA, I'm thinking about that's the original Big East of basketball, right? Black college excellence of basketball. So when I think of CIAA, you want to see non-stop packed basketball with energy, with vibe, with style, with excellence, with all universities coming together at one place to celebrate excellence. And you're talking about CIAA. Now, if you're talking about culture, you talk about celebrating your school, your alma mater, what you've been through, your experience, when you was in the mud, when you was at school, when you was like, yo, we in the room, and when it comes to the homecoming, it's a little bit more a different connect, because you have a connection with it. When it comes to the CI, it's like the Big East of women's basketball to me. You don't get no better than that. So it depends what you're looking for.
I see. She answered our question. Depends what you're looking for. So basically, you want the the outsider vibe. You go to CIAA. You want the inside level.
You're looking for the culture. If you're looking for an event, you're looking for basketball excellence. You're looking for a vibe. You're looking for all encompassing one university with different university participating and competing against each other. That's one sentence. But when you go to homecoming, it's just that's homecoming. That's like that's my. People have a tendency to say that's my school. That's what I do. But I mean, I have enjoyed all homecomings, believe me. But VSU homecoming this past year was amazing. So, got a great program, great place.
I love it. All right. So, we talking about basketball. What's your favorite basketball movie?
I think everybody says loving basketball.
I know. I was about to say the same thing, but yeah.
Every girl be like, "Oh yeah, that was me." Yeah. he like get pushed off, like liking the boy. He's still like, no, I don't like you because you play ball. That kind of stuff. So loving basketball. So that's probably one of the classics.
What you about to say, Ray? Because I grew up. I ain't gonna lie, loving basketball became because I love some Lathan, but that's a whole different story. But like my initial basketball flick was like a button rim. Like that was like
That was fire too.
That was like fire. My initial favorite basketball flick.
Which one was your favorite basketball flick? I think it was one with Ray Allen. Remember that one?
Oh yeah, he got game.
She got game. It was all those games. So Blue Chips, all those movies. Anything that had basketball, he was like, okay. So yeah, but I mean, when they came to women's basketball, having a female go through and going overseas, playing college, loving basketball, spoke to so many young women like myself.
Yeah, man. Omar was there dirty. He was a jerk. I mean,
how many times have we played for somebody love, right?
Yeah, man. Playing with her feelings, man. All jealous, whatever. Jealous because she was better than him. It's terrible.
But what's not realistic? Like hoopers don't really date each other. I don't see that often.
Nah, hoopers do. It's just hoopers do date each other. Because think about, look at Russell Westbrook and his girl. You know what I'm saying? She's a hooper. You know what I'm saying? So hoopers do date. I just think you got to find the right person to understand what you do. You get what I'm saying? So if y'all both want to play ball and you in love with it, I mean, you can find it. Because I've seen it in college. I've seen it in college. A couple of my teammates, they've done that. So yeah.
I say, look, there was a rumor that Aja Wilson and Bam Adebayo was dating. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, just imagine that kid, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Walking
out, being born an All-American naturally, like
set. Ages. But I mean, being able to play ball and doing the things that you love to do and having somebody support it, I mean, don't get no better. And I think that's what makes it so dope. So dope.
Loving basketball is a classic, my guy. I would agree with that. We were in college when Loving Basketball came out. I don't know where you were, but I remember it was a girl on campus looked just like Sanaa Lathan, and she was a referee at that.
Which one?
I don't know her name. She was an RA though. That's all I remember. And she's.
Oh, I know you're talking about. All right, take it back. We went to the same. We went to the same school.
Where did I go?
University of Maryland, Eastern Shore.
Okay. My good friend is the head coach there, the women's basketball coach.
We interviewed her.
Yeah, Malika. Great person. That's my college teammate. Actually, went to Iowa together.
Are you serious? Oh, that's dope.
Small world, right?
This is meant to happen.
She's been on this show before. Yeah, she's
amazing.
She ditched me though after the Iowa State game. The Arizona State game. She kind of rolled out on me though. It's all good though. they had 32 turnovers. I called her out on that the other day. By the way, just saying. I ain't trying to show her.
As coaches, you ain't trying to hear all that. You trying to process what happened. Like
he don't know any better. He don't know any better.
Coach, I know I practiced. I know we went over this. Okay, so we're not gonna do anything we talked about. Okay, cool.
Yeah, y'all got a tough job, man. Especially when the turnovers are unforced. But go ahead, Wole. I'm getting y'all off track, man.
Nah, you good.
So who's somebody showing you some love though in the comments, Coach?
They are, man. My man, HBCU Pass said, Coach, you're doing doing great things at VSU.
Thank you. Super humble.
I'm telling you,
nothing but God, bro. Like. Folks be asking me like how I get to this, and they be like, "How you do it?" It's really His grace, His favor, and His hands on me. I promise you, I'm not that. I'm no different from any other coach that works hard. Long hours, long nights, and I just been blessed with an amazing staff, with some great people around me to make me special. I promise you, it's not me. I promise you, it's not me. I'm just been blessed, and I tell you, I got it. You talk about Coach White, you talk about Coach Harris, you talk about Mr. Charles Bell, you talk about my president, my AD. I've just been blessed to be in great places, right? So, and I've been taught by some of the great legends in this game. I played for C. Vivian Stringer. I've been coached for her for the last 7 years, and I've worked with some of the great and been under some of the great tutelage. So Pat C. Bibbs, you talking about Pat Bibbs as a HU, that was at HU for a while. I just been lucky, and I've just been so blessed. I'm super humble about that.
I like the humility. I'm not gonna lie to you, because you like you're doing big work this year, and I think you deserve a lot of credit for it too. You know what I mean? Like the work that you're doing this year with your kids, it's amazing.
Yeah, but it's lucky, you know. I'm just blessed because they brought in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was also like a staff and us. We really spend a lot of time trying to bring the right kid, the right culture, because you know, in this culture is about there's so many things, right? So when you think about everybody talking about I, and to get a team to believe in we, and it's not about you know all that other stuff, and they all believe in let's win a championship. I want to win, and we ask ourselves all the time, what are you? You know, you want to win, right? Are you willing to do what it takes to win? And sometimes that's sacrificing yourself, right? And not being that person and it shows. And every day is a new person that show up. And I just love these girls. I love my staff. And I just love the support that we've been doing and what we have.
All right, we got one more like fun question for you. I like that response. I kind of want to get to the serious stuff. Like, who's the GOAT? Like, who's the GOAT in women's basketball?
Coach C. Vivian Stringer, to me.
Okay.
Because I think she's the greatest basketball mind. I think she broke down doors for me, myself, and so many other people to do what we do. I think the GOAT for me, when growing up, I always loved Dawn Staley.
Yeah.
Staley, like the whole, like the haircut and stuff. I was up in the park, like, and I was in Bridgeport, like, yo, I could do that too. So, you know, Dawn was like, she was like amazing, you know, but it's so many great players, like, and everybody have their era, correct?
Yeah.
But I think for my era was Dawn because she was just so fly with it and dope with it and still, you know, PG.
Yeah.
So that's what it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, she was part of that. I'll call it the crew that was on Martin.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that whole crew was like, it was just super dope. But when you talk about, like, Dawn was one thing, and then you talk about Cynthia Cooper, the bucket.
Yeah.
The bucket. Like,
Yeah.
gets it done. And like her tenacity, her toughness, what she brings. So when you see all that, you be like, whoa, you know, the opportunity to be around them and spend time with them is just amazing. And I could go down the list because I just love studying people, and it's all day, every day. But those two, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think in terms of Dawn Staley, because I would say like for me, it was like growing up, like it was always like Cheryl Swoops was my like the person that I like really thought that she was like a bucket. Loved her in college and loved her, you know. You can do that face all you want, Ray.
Cheryl Miller, bro.
I mean, I know that, but I didn't really see her play.
You went bad.
Yes, I'm saying I know Cheryl Miller, but I didn't see her play like that. Though.
Yeah.
And you ain't see her play like that either. Why are you going Sice? You ain't see her play like that either.
Yeah,
hey,
Cheryl was official.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like you talking about the golden age of like, basketball. Like you watch it like, oh, okay, that's what you're doing in and out between legs. Okay, you pulling up. But you know who's the unsung hero? I always say all the time is Tanya Cardoza. She gets like she was really like super dope for UVA because I wanted to go to UVA.
Okay.
People understand like Tanya Cardoza was like super dope. Like so it's so many players. It's depending what kind of style of basketball you like and what you were looking for. Like I said, it depends. But Dawn was the whole vibe. Like I could do that. I definitely could do that. I'm that. But then when you go down and you come down a little longer, you talking about Cappy Pondexter.
Oh yeah, she was.
You talk. I mean, when you start coming down the line, you're like, "Oh, Cappy was
like that."
Are you right? Are you serious? It don't get no better. So, yeah.
Yeah, we from the DMV, and Kara Lawson was like the best high school basketball player in this area. I'm talking male or female. Like she was that good back in the day.
She was nice.
She was tough. And at that time, that's when Dawn Staley and who else was on that Martin episode with her? Was Cheryl Swoops on that Martin episode? Lisa Leslie?
I know Rebecca Lobo was. Rebecca Lobo.
That whole U.S. Olympic team.
Yeah, the whole squad. Yeah.
Yeah, they broke down barriers at the time. You know what I'm saying? That's a question I got down the line. Go ahead.
But the DMV got so many killers though. You talk about Nikki Teasley.
Oh, she was tough.
She was official. Then you had Monique. You had a lot of killers that came out of there. It was killers after killers. I mean,
I like Nikki.
I'm not basketball people, not killers. Like
yeah, we know.
So I gotta make sure.
We know.
They got.
We know. We Hoopers. We know. Oh man! All right, so let's get to the actual season. Last night, you all defeated Bluefield State yesterday, 70-53. You won 6 straight, and since you lost to ODU. What are you so proud about your players right now during this streak?
They just continue to show up and continue to buy in. You know, it's hard. You know, we preach at our school, hey, you're gonna be a pro when you leave here, and you're like, what you mean a pro? You know, pro is a person that just continue to show up regardless. You know, good, bad, indifference, feelings, no feelings. You know, like I tell them all the time, you know who's a pro in your life? And they're like, who? I said, your mom, your dad. People that show up every day. Those are pros. Because no matter what they feel, how they feel, they got to show up for the common goal, and that's to take care of you, make sure you're good, make sure you handle your business. And I think for them, every day they have been showing up. My staff been showing up. They've been showing up daily, every day, to be the best version of themselves all the time. And that's what I'm really proud of, like them showing up for themselves and then for the team and for the university, you know, that kind of stuff.
I love it. So you spoke about this a little earlier. I do want you to go into it again. Your team is 14-4. For you, what are some of your keys to your success this season?
I think everybody understand the assignment, right? What's the vision, you know, and what are we willing to do to get what we want, you know, and that's meaning sacrificing. Some people might want to play 40 minutes, but if I mean I got to play 22 but it helps me become a better team player, then that happens, you know, and I think they truly start to understand it and buying into it. So like I said, is we learn from every loss we took. We learn how did we get better? Well, how can we be better? And every time we come back to the drawing board, they are open and to receive to what we're doing. And I'm just proud of them. They come every day ready to give, ready to work.
And I can tell like you love your girls like all equally. But in terms of like during this season so far, who do you have to lean on a little bit more?
You trying to set me up with the back door.
Yeah, see how I try to do that. See how I did that though?
Right? You seen the back?
I did that though?
Yeah. I felt it too. I was pulling it out. I was like, hey,
like evenly. I made sure I said evenly. See how I did that? So I said evenly. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it don't gotta be the look. The first don't gotta be the best player. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you who I count on. You know, I played for Vivian, right? So I played for Coach Stringer. And people, please look her up. Like, she's the original Dawn Staley before Dawn Staley.
Everybody knows she is.
But if you don't know, please look her up. But the point guard, right? Coach Stringer used to be like, they're responsible for everything. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, you are my mind in action. So if you were asking me who I'm responsible, who I ride the most, I ride my point guards. I ride my point guards like there's no business. Like if anything happens, I'd be like, why they late? Why they didn't do this? Why they didn't do that? They'd be like, okay. Because they're an extension of me in my mind. And you should know the pulse, like the pulse of the team, what's going on. So I rely heavily on my PGs to tell me. And then, you know, of course, your senior leadership, you know, the veterans and the person that, you know, supposed to deliver every day. But my point guards, they get it all the time. Majane Hayes, Skylar White, I'm on top of their heads every day.
I love it. See how that's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for.
That's a good
I wasn't looking for like no dissension. I don't be trying to drop beef. I don't be doing that.
She gave a great answer. That's what it was. That was the perfect answer.
No, it wasn't. I didn't want the players to be like, she thinks she better. She like you more than me. I wasn't going for that.
See, like you want to tag some people.
You know, folks, but listen, that happens, right? But everybody know my PGs. Like I'm calling them in the morning. What's going on? What happened? Okay, coach, got you. You know, and to be outside yourself, you know, because the point guard is really a selfless person, right? And you can still be a scoring point guard like Jalen Brunson and help your team win, but still help hold the team to the accountability what you need it to be. So that's what and Coach Stringer was on me like that. Like she did not play. And even as an assistant coach, she was on me like all the time. I'd be like, all right, coach, got it. Respect. I got it. Okay, fix it. I don't want to hear it. You know, and then she got to a point that I don't want to talk about it. You know how to do. You know what you need to do.
See, look, I got another one though. This is a cool one though. This is a cool one. So, which player came into the season that surprised you though?
Carmen Coetti. She's number 3 in the country in rebounds. She's averaging between 12.7, 13 point something rebounds a game. Last night I think she had 19 rebounds. The game before she had 20 rebounds. And that's the player, if you was to ask me who surprised me, was her. Because she just, the things that she do, and it's like she's the glue to all the stuff. Like she does the work that nobody sees. And then eventually you look up, you're like, yeah, she had 19. Oh, she had 3 blocks. Oh, she scored 6 points. And you're like, wow. You know, so that's the player. If you was going to ask me who surprised me, it'd probably be her, Carmen Coetti. Carmen.
See, Ray. I ain't
That's
always
a
about
great
to smoke,
question.
Ray.
That's a great question.
Thank you. I ain't always about to smoke. Don't try to get me like that, Ray. Jeez. All right. So you're taking on Lincoln Saturday. What can you tell us about your next opponent? And also, what kind of threats could they pose to your squad?
Well, they're a well-coached team. Janice has got them rolling. I think they just won earlier today against Elizabeth City.
Mm-hmm.
Janice Coach Washington is a great coach, and I think every time we play them, they're always prepared. So it's going to be a hard-fought battle. It's going to be a defensive game, and it's the team that executes. The most disciplined team that shows up is the team that's going to take care of business this weekend. And we talk about that. We talk about our core values. Team that can communicate, that has the heart, that's disciplined, and is confident. Those are teams that's going to show up, and that's what we talk about. And I think that's going to be the battle this week, this Saturday.
All right, man. Y'all pull up for that. Pay attention. Pull up. Now this is a question for you, because I coached basketball for a younger age, so I kind of I'm always trying to look for this for other coaches. So for you, what is your best trait as a coach?
Point guard.
Well, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's good.
I love teaching.
Mm.
I'm a skill developer by heart. I'm a teacher. If you were to ask me what's my trait, it'd be I'm teaching, and then I'm going to push you, and I'm gonna push you to a point I'm gonna get on your nerves.
Okay.
Because that's why prior to this, I was skill training. So you're talking about Elizabeth Williams, Mark Williams.
Mm.
Those are all kids that I've worked with in the 757. Worked with Boo Williams. Worked with John Lucas. So I love teaching. Skill development is what I love to do.
It's all good. That is a perfect segue, because we kind of talked about your era of basketball, and we see how the game has changed and evolved. And this is kind of like now the Caitlin Clark era. Shout out to Iowa. You know what I'm saying?
It's the Juju era. It's the Juju era.
Let it loose.
So, from your perspective as a coach, how has the game changed in comparison to, let's say the Houston Comets days? Like I said, when you played, is it different for you now? Is it still the same in your teaching methods?
I think the base is the base, right? The foundation is the foundation. And I think sometimes a lot of people run away from the foundation, right? But if you get the base of it, then you can stretch it any which way. That's why I think European basketball is a great way. So I've been able to play overseas, and everything Coach Stringer taught me, I was able to translate it to Europe, because at the end of the day, the basics is the basic. I can't do algebra or I can't do calculus without doing the basic 1 + 1 = 2. Once the foundation is set, then the ability to stretch it and grow and to multiply it can be anything. And so the game, I think, is super dope, right? It's a lot more free ball, small ball. People play to their strength. People play to what they like and how they like. Because I think Steph Curry and Clay has shown that I could look just like the person next to me and be great.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what made America fall in love with them. Like, that look like my son. That look like my nephew. That look like in that room right there. And he's an assassin, right? He's like letting it go. And then Caitlin, what makes Caitlin so amazing is because people can relate. And I think that with the game, the way it's changing, people can relate. So I can see myself doing that. You don't have to be 6'7", 6'9" to be a particular way. You could just be who you are. And that's what makes it such a beautiful game. But I think the base is the base. The footwork has to matter. You got to be able to pass, score, and shoot. And you got to be able to think the game. So that's what it is. But is it evolving? I promise you, I wish I could play this. I wish. I'll have so much fun. Because they back then, Coach Stringer would be like, no, we're not going to do that. But I'd be like, okay. But now, the way they letting people play, I'd be like, yeah, Coach would have been like, all right, let loose.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And from an HBCU perspective, HBCUs have produced some great players as of recent. I think Angel Jackson from Jackson State was the most recent to get drafted to the WNBA. But a lot of times, the players from HBCUs, they don't stick on rosters. And that's not just an HBCU issue. It's the WNBA issue. The roster space isn't enough. And, of course, they need to expand. But I want to know from your perspective, is that something that you still would recommend for your players as far as if they want to aim for the next level? Or just based on, your playing experience overseas and all, what's your advice for players who are trying to go and play at the next level?
Well, I've been one of those players, right? I got drafted, done the whole thing, been on the team, made the team, got cut from the team, did the whole 9 yards. So I can say that I've been through that experience. I think the opportunity to play, you just got to be able to get the right fit, the right coach, the right program for you to walk through. And I think if you have the opportunity to play at the WNBA, please just do it. I just think, of course, I'm not. Listen, this business is about relationships, and if you can handle this business, I tell people all the time, this business is about relationships, and it's also about the business about being adaptable and adjustable. Can you adjust? Can you adapt? Can you learn? That's the difference when then you go to the next level. Like, can you adapt that quick? Can you adjust that quick? Can you be ready for that next play? Because not all coaches are the same. Some coaches like a lot of plays. Some coaches like one play. Some coaches like to do this. So can you get the base? And it goes back to what? The teaching, right? You get the fundamentals, you get the base, you can do that. Now you can fit in any program. And I just think that, as the women's basketball is just exploding across the world, across the country, hopefully there'll be more teams. We get a chance to see a lot more players, and right now I think Angel, Caitlin, Rakia, that crop of players, they're just super, super special. They're just special.
And you said it. You said the game is exploding. And for college athletics, you got the transfer portal, so you got teams always looking different. But it's also been an exciting brand of basketball, like we're discussing. So, what do you see for the future, especially for HBCUs? I'm hoping that there's going to be more televised games, more tournaments featuring women's teams. So I just covered in December. I covered a women's tournament that featured Norfolk State and UMES, and I just want to see y'all get the same shine. A lot of tournaments feature the guys, but the way the women's game is exploding, I think it's y'all's time coming up. And what do you see from your perspective when it comes to just exposure and how the game is growing and how it affects, your team and other HBCUs?
Well, I think you got to have a great product, right? People like great products. And if you have a great product, people will like it. I think that's what made Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark explode. It was just a great product. Caitlin continued to deliver time and time again. Angel delivered time and time again. You get to the WNBA, the finals were just a great product, right? The crazy shots from half court showing like, whoa, I ain't know, if the product is there and it looks good, I think people will continue to support it. Is when the product is not what it's supposed to be, then we can't argue with that. And so as we continue to put great product out as coaches and as programs and HBCUs, I think people will continue to see and love. And plus, I have to shout out Coach Bibbs. She say this all the time. I love HBCUs because they gave me opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And my coach started in the HBCU. My Coach Stringer started at Cheney. And she was at Cheney for a period of time before she went to Iowa. And I just think that the ability to springboard and be able to give back all the knowledge I've been and all my experience to give back and just to be able to make a great product so it can explode even more, that's a gift. So super humble about that.
So you were answering my last question.
I know she do that.
She's a beast. That's what coaches are always coaches are always prepared. You can't even get one through. Well, before we end this show, and because you've been dope, is there anything you would like to add?
No, I just want to say thank you. I'm humbled. Continue to just shout out my staff. Like, it's not me. I'm on the shoulders of so many people that just continue to just support me and the girls. And we just want to do something special here at Virginia State, and that's to leave a legacy. And so at the end of the day, they could go back and say to kids, hey, that's what I love to do. That was me right there. We have a room at Virginia State called the Hall of Fame room. And I tell them one day, that's the goal, right? So we could be in this room, Hall of Fame room. And if you could stay in this room and visualize yourself here, let's do something special and legendary that nobody else would have done here. And that's the game plan every day. So that's what it is.
I love it. Well, I wish you the best of luck this season. You're already doing great work. Keep it up. And we appreciate you being on HBCU Corner with the Urban Sports Center.
Well, thank you so very much. I hope thank you so much. I hope you had a lot of fun like I did. Thank you.
You were great. Right now. Talking about? I hope. What are you talking about? You were great. What are you talking about? You were amazing. We appreciate you. Hey, for the listeners out there, we do appreciate y'all for tuning in and pulling up. And you've been listening to the Urban Sports Center for ages. You dig? Deuces. We are out.
Thank you.
Peace.